So we finally put in a performance that we can call great, good, fantastic. It really was the performance of the season and probably the result of the season against Derby. When Wilson scored in 50 minutes, I didn't think there was a chance we were going to get a point, let alone a win. And it really did kind of provoke a determination and drive that I've not seen in Stoke all season. I was absolutely bouncing after that victory. And for the first time, I can truly see a performance which inspires me to think that maybe, just maybe, this team has got promotion within them. Of course, this is going to mean absolutely nothing if we don't do it today against Reading, and I don't care if it's away from home. Reading are down there, we've got the quality. This game has to be targeted quite simply as a win, and nothing else will do today. So the formation that I went for, or rather I would have liked to have gone for against Derby, is 4-4-2, and even though we had a man sent off, I think it'd be harsh to kind of push that again because the performance was so good, and even before we had Etebo sent off, I thought we were playing very well. So with that in mind, I feel like 4-3-3 has to be given another go. Butland in net, obviously. Peters at left back, who I thought was great. Williams and Shawcross in the middle. I think it was a tad harsh that Indy was dropped, not as a left back but as a centre back, but nonetheless Shawcross and Williams played well the other day. Right back, I'm going to go with Tom Edwards still. Martini was okay the other night. He was good, to be fair, but at the same time I don't think Edwards has really done enough to warrant being dropped. I thought that was a little bit harsh, so I would go with Edwards. In midfield, I would go with Joe Allen, Woods, and I would go with Bojan. It's very tempting to stick CLUCAS in that middle to replace Etebo, but I just don't think we can do that. I think it'd be so stupid after his performance on that left kind of wing the other night, scoring and assisting a goal. You just cannot move CLUCAS from that position. So in midfield, I'm going to bring in Bojan to replace Etebo. Then up front, left to right, it's going to be CLUCAS, obviously, probably the man of match the other day. I feel like we've signed a new player. I know he's been injured, but I didn't anticipate this sort of goal-scoring winger player to come in at all. I'll admit I didn't know much about CLUCAS, but that certainly wasn't what I was expecting. I was pleasantly surprised at the player that we apparently have. Up front, Berahino, I think he was close to my man of the match behind CLUCAS. And it's so obvious, if you're playing this 4-3-3, your central striker has to be able to hold up the ball. That is not a Phobe's strength, but it clearly is one of Berahino's strengths, and I did not know he had this in his locker. But considering he's not the tallest of strikers, he's got a real ability to trap the ball and play in other players. I never thought he was this sort of striker at all, but he's clearly got in his locker, and he had a fantastic game. He had a massive hand in both goals. And finally, on the right, Tom Ince, I also thought was great the other night. So there we go. I've not felt this optimistic for a little while. Admittedly, it was one victory, but it was an absolutely fantastic victory. And we have to push on now. And a win is all we should be targeting today. And I think we will get that.